Hey folks, today we'll be going over how to find the start of a linked list cycle. So there are three big ideas. First, there is a prerequisite video that you'll have to watch. Secondly, we're going to talk about the distance traveled by the fast and slow nodes. And then we're going to do a bit of algebra to see how our solution works. So if you haven't already, there is another video on how to find a linked list cycle. And here's a quick summary of what that video talked about. I've also provided a link to the video in the bottom half of this screen. So the first part of this solution is going to think about how far our fast and slow pointers moved. So here's an example of a singly linked list with a cycle. And for now, I'm just going to call these distances x, y, and z. What do these represent? So if we think about our slow pointer, it's going to travel from x to y, and the fast pointer is going to travel x, y, z, and then y again. So the point where the fast and slow pointers meet is going to be where this star is. So now let's do a little bit of algebra on these distances. So we know slow travels x plus y, and fast travels x plus y plus z plus y. And we know that on each step, fast is moving essentially twice as fast as slow. So this should mean that fast travels twice as far as slow. So what we can do is we can do 2 times x plus y is equal to fast distance, and then we do some canceling out, and we end up with x is equal to z. So here's this diagram again, and what we want to do is, since we know x is equal to z, we're going to keep fast where slow and fast met. We're going to move the slow pointer back to the start of the linked list, and then essentially we're going to advance slow and fast towards each other until they meet. So fast is going there, slow is going there, and because x and z are equal to each other, if we advance the slow and fast pointers towards each other, we're going to end up at the start of the cycle. Now, what does the code look like? Well, the first part looks very similar to the one in the previous video, which is just to detect whether a cycle exists. And the second part is, once we know a cycle exists, we're going to move slow back to the start of the linked list, and then while slow and fast are not the same node, we are going to advance them towards each other. And finally, we can return slow or fast, doesn't really matter because they are the same. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or comments in the section below.